everyone. Thank you so much for stopping to watch Mama Junior today. It's been a little bit of time, so I'm glad that you're still here with me, and hopefully, I won't keep you too long today. But I wanted to talk to you today about being grateful and respecting those that are truly being in your corner and making sure that you're your best self every day. And in other words, don't bite the hand that feeds you. Um, I thought about this because, like I said before, I'm not a biological mother of anybody, but I talk to people, obviously, with children, and these teenage years are really testing a lot of people that I know. And so I wanted to speak to the newcomers, the teenagers, the young people, the early 20s folks who are just now getting out there doing their thing in life, and just reminding them of something that most people my age know as don't bite the hand that feeds you. Literally, the way to think about it is if you have a pet and that pet, for whatever reason, snips at you or bites you, literally, you're the pet owner. So feeding that pet going forward after they've bitten you or snapped at you or been aggressive to you in any way causes a little bit of pause for you. Most animals see the dog shelter or the cat shelter the next day. Some of them take that long ride to the country, if you know what I mean. So make sure you don't necessarily take it literally, but you can if you'd like to. So that's a literal explanation of don't bite the hand that feeds you. But putting it into terms that are applicable to your day to day may look something like your parents who pay for the roof you have over your head. They pay for the food that you eat, the clothes that you wear, the transportation that gets you to and from your destinations, the phone and the tablet and the video games that you spend countless hours engaging in. When you bite the hand that feeds you in those scenarios, it may compromise you using or having access to some of those things. Well, let's break that down because no, you're not literally biting your parents. So, how does this affect you? That affects you when they ask you to do something and you give some type of lip smacking sigh. Now, where I'm from, where I grew up, by the time you finish your role, you got a blunt force pressure coming to the side of your face in the way of a smack. Okay? You just don't do all of that. When somebody who is taking care of you has asked you to do something and you give a, you better be choking on something that you can prove you choking on when you gasping and whatnot. Okay? So that is biting the hand that feeds you. When your parents are asking you about your grades, about whether or not you went to school, maybe they think you're skipping. They're asking you about the people you were hanging out with. Did you finish cleaning up? Did you finish doing your chores? Who are you hanging with? Talking to you. Just talking to you in general, asking you about something. And you respond with a less than desirable answer. Something quick and smart. Why you want to know? It's not your business. Why you asking? Something like you would respond to one of your friends. Okay? This is not your friend. Your friend did not buy your clothes. Your friend is not paying for your cell phone, for your tablet, for the Wi-Fi that connects to that video game that you always have to be on. Okay? So you're going to take some of that sass out your throat when you talking to the parents and the people who take care of you, because these are not your friends. Okay, these are your parents, your guardians, your protectors, and your providers. Take some of that sass out your throat, some of that wiggle out your neck, some of that bass out of your voice when you talking to the people who take care of you. And that's just not for children. That's for some of you grown folks living with folks who are taking care of you. I don't care how old you are. If someone is taking care of you, you do not have the right to give them neck rolling, throat smacking sass. Okay? For those of you who are taking care of people, and this sounds familiar because these people that you're taking care of, breaking your back to take care of, worrying about taking care of, losing sleep to take care of, stressing to take care of, going to work when you don't feel like going to work, taking care of. Mama Julia got a few tips. So when you ask these people to do the laundry, fold the laundry, and it doesn't get done, or maybe not to your standards, or maybe not to the standard of where you know that it should be done, don't fuss about you didn't fold it right, look at my cabinets, look at the drawers, these are not right, I told you how to do it. Don't go through all of that. Give them more practice. It's obvious they need more practice. Take the clothes that they didn't do correctly out, throw them in the middle of the bed or the floor, anywhere nice and clean that you can give them space to work, and make them do it again. And because it's obvious they need so much help, take the clothes out of your drawer, their siblings' drawers, your boyfriend, husband, wife, whoever it is you're living with. Take everything out of everywhere. The linen closets, some of you have more than one. Take everything out of everywhere and give them practice, since they don't know how to do it the right way. And I'm sure by the time they're done folding every single item in the house, oh, don't forget the towels in the kitchen. I'm sure the next time you ask them, it won't be wrong. I'm telling you from experience. I made sure that my stepsons didn't have that problem when I told them to fold their PJs and put them in the drawer. They just stuffed them in there. And then 2 weeks later, when they came back to visit, I had all of those things ready for them to do because it was obvious they needed practice, right? Also, when the dishes aren't done right, they're not stacked right, or they're not put away right, or maybe they're just not clean. I don't know what your gripe is in your house about the dishes, but I don't care about any of those things except for if they're clean. I don't care how you put them away. I don't care if you put the spoon where the forks go, long as they're truly clean. If you have an individual in your house who don't clean the dishes well, give them some more practice. It's obvious they need more practice. Don't fuss about, oh, this ain't clean. How are we supposed to eat off of this? Would you want to eat off? Don't do all of that. Give them some more practice. Take those dirty dishes and all the clean ones out of the cabinets and the cupboards and give them some more practice. Show them how to properly clean verbally. Nope, look, oh, you missed a spot. You got to scrub that a little better. Clean the handle of that spoon. That's where somebody grabbed and sauce dripped all down. You can do that better. Take that out. Oh, don't forget that bowl in the far back. Yep, clean that too. Give them more practice since they didn't do it right the first time. If you're tired of somebody not vacuuming or mopping, give them the whole floor to do. Every floor that there is to be mopped in the whole house, let them practice. Every part of the house that has carpet or rugs or anything like that, give them practice. Don't repeat yourself. Have fun with teaching these individuals how to be more independent. And I tell you what, from my experience, when I did that as a stepmom, and I wasn't an evil stepmother, those of you who know me know I was not, but for my experience, when I showed them that way, that I was not going to keep fussing and arguing, I was going to physically show them how to be more responsible, and then the other children came over, cousins and niece and nephew came over, they would tell them, hey, get that up, because I have to clean that up when you leave. They did not want the responsibility of having to clean up behind someone else, so it teaches them something. Also, with don't bite the hand that feeds you, make sure that you are teaching them how to respect you, okay? A lot of people don't respect those that are taking care of them because they're not respecting themselves. Show them how to respect you. Show them how to treat you. Demand respect in the home that you pay for. Do not fuss and argue with somebody who you are making sure eats every day. Don't do it. Make sure that they know this person right here does not play when it comes to blah, blah, blah. For those of you who are in a position that are being taken care of, maybe 13, 14, 15, you're like, they're my parents. Of course, they're supposed to take care of me. Pull your weight. Okay? That's another phrase that you need to become very familiar with. Pull your weight. What does that mean? It means do as much as you can for the time and the space and the money and the energy that you're taking up. It's another way of being grateful. So you know that your parents are always talking about the light bill being too high, or the water bill being too high, or the cable bill being too high, or the internet bill being too high. Do your part to reduce that. If you're not in a room using the lights, turn them off. Hallelujah, amen. If there is light coming from the sun into the house in a most special way, don't turn the lights on. What do you need them for? You can see already. If you're not using something that is plugged in, unplug it. That charger does not need to sit in the wall until you get home from school. Unplug it. You're not using it. That helps your parents to preserve and save electricity. Yep, it's just a little charger, but you know what? It matters. It matters. In the summer, cut the grass. In the fall, rake and bag the leaves. In the winter, if you are in such an area, shovel the snow. Sprinkle some salt on the pavement so when your mom goes to make that money or your dad goes to make that money that will pay for that cell phone, that iPod, that Wi-Fi that you need, they don't bust their behinds and hurt themselves and have to call out. Okay? Because if they ain't getting paid, some of your things that you love to do and places you like to go are not going to be primary on their list of things to do. So pull your weight. The dishes need to be washed. Where I was from, the person who cooked did not wash the dishes. The person who cooked started in a clean kitchen, they cooked, and the person who sat there and filled their bellies are the ones who cleaned the kitchen. Cleaning the kitchen, is not just washing the dishes. Cleaning the kitchen is washing the dishes, wiping down the countertops, sweeping the floors, wiping down the stove and the refrigerator and the microwave. Okay, sometimes maybe a couple times a week, depending on the traffic in your house, or once a week, it's involving mopping, taking out the trash, wiping down things that got oil and flour and grease and things like that, sauce on it in the process of the cooking. It's putting the dishes away. So don't just think, oh, I washed the dishes. That kitchen is still a mess. There are still things to do in that kitchen in order for it to be ready for the next person to prepare the next meal that you're going to make sure that you're part of. Pull your weight. Don't just sit there with your feet lifted up while somebody's vacuuming underneath you. You do the vacuuming. You make it so that that person doesn't have that much more to do because of your presence. If there's dishes to be washed, go check all the rooms. Make sure no extra cups and plates were in the rooms that needed to be washed so that someone doesn't bring it down later just as you went to drain the dishwasher, or the dishwater, excuse me. Run the vacuum. Take the dog out. Empty the trash. Do something helpful and beneficial so that the person taking care of you does not have that to stress them out about. I'm Mama Junior. Thank you so much for listening. Leave your comments below. Bye.